Yo, it's Hassan Minhaj, and we need to talk about Turkey. Back in 2016, things got real messy, real fast. There was this attempted coup, right? Like something out of a movie, but with way higher stakes. The government, led by President Erdogan, managed to hold on. But what came next? A crackdown, a crackdown on anyone perceived as a threat, especially those in academia. Now you might be thinking, academics? What threat could they possibly be? Well, to authoritarian regimes, critical thinking is like garlic to a vampire. And in Turkey, universities became a prime target. The government went full-on, Big Brother, purging anyone suspected of disloyalty. We're talking thousands of professors, researchers, and intellectuals all shown the door. Their crime? Daring to think differently. This wasn't just about job losses, though. It was a full-blown assault on academic freedom. People were arrested, passports confiscated, lives turned upside down. Imagine being punished for simply signing a petition calling for peace. That's exactly what happened to thousands who dared to speak out against the violence in Turkey's southeast. The Academics for Peace petition, signed by over 2,000 academics, became a symbol of defiance. It called for an end to the violence between the Turkish state and Kurdish militants. But instead of dialogue, the government responded with fury. Signatories were branded as terrorists, stripped of their positions, and subjected to relentless harassment. The government's message was clear: toe the line or face the consequences. Universities, once vibrant spaces for debate and critical thinking, were transformed into echo chambers of fear and self-censorship. Research on sensitive topics like Kurdish rights or the Armenian genocide became practically impossible. International collaborations dried up as academics found themselves blacklisted and isolated. The impact on higher education was devastating. Experienced professors were replaced with loyalists, often lacking the necessary qualifications. Students were deprived of diverse perspectives and critical analysis, the very foundations of academic freedom. Autonomy, critical thinking, and the pursuit of knowledge were systematically dismantled. One of the most heartbreaking stories is that of Bülent Adigüzel, a physics professor. This man dedicated his life to science, only to have it ripped away for simply using a messaging app the government didn't like. He and his wife, Ace, also an academic, were accused of terrorism, convicted, and stripped of their livelihoods. They lost their jobs, their reputations, their health. Bülent tragically passed away in 2024 due to health complications exacerbated by the stress and hardship he endured. The Adigüzel story is sadly not unique. Countless academics in Turkey have faced similar ordeals. Their lives upended, their families torn apart, their dreams shattered. But even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of resistance persists. Many dismissed academics continue to fight for their rights, speaking out against injustice and demanding accountability. Look, this isn't just a Turkish problem, this is about the erosion of academic freedom everywhere. When governments silence dissent and punish critical thinking, we all lose. We lose the potential for innovation, for progress, for a more just and equitable world. But here's the thing about resilience. It thrives in the face of oppression. Turkish academics, despite facing immense pressure, continue to find ways to resist. They're setting up independent research institutions, publishing in international journals, and keeping the flame of critical thought alive. Their courage should inspire us all to stand up for academic freedom, wherever it's under threat. Because when we defend the right to think freely, we defend the future itself.